Okay, so we'll be discussing all about the flagellates. Flagellates also belongs to your subphylum. It belongs to the phylum um, Sarcomastogophora. Then we have here the subphylum Mastigophora class Zoomastigophora. This includes here our intestinal species and other extraintestinal one. We could also classify our flagellates as the following. Okay, we classify that one as atrial, the one trying to cause here, or could be found in the gastrointestinal tract, your GIT. This includes your Giardia lamblia, chylomastics, Mesnelli, Trichomonas hominis. I have also your genitourinary tract. You have here Trichomonas vaginalis, and we have also your mouth, try to infect your mouth, or be found in your mouth, Trichomonas tenax. And the latter part will be discussing all about your blood flagellates, you call it your hemoflagellates. It includes the genus Leishmania and the genus Trypanosoma. Okay, first we have here the Giardia lamblia. Okay, so the Giardia lamblia, okay, we have the morphology of that. So it's also made up of the trophozoite and the cyst stage. And then again, just like our amoeba, it also have the cyst as its infective stage. In the case of the Giardia lamblia, the trophozoite is tapered anterior, rounded anterior, and tapered posterior. Rounded anterior, tapered posterior, and made up of, the trophozoite made up of two. Meron siyang dalawang nucleus. And we have that centrally located na caryosome. And we have here at the middle portion, the body, okay, is eventually okay, so we have here at the middle portion, the midline, we try to cut the body. So this is your axostyle. Okay, the middle portion, we try to cut the body into two equal parts, axostyle or axonym. Another thing about that one, meron siyang dalawa. Okay, you call this one as your parabasal body. Or you call that one as your median body. Okay, the trophozoite would have here the flagella. So your Zoomastigophora must eventually they are differentiated because they have the flagella. That's why they belong to your flagellates as their mode of their locomotion. So meron siya dito one pair anterior, one pair posterior, two pairs lateral. Okay, that gives you 8. A total of 8 na flagella. Okay, we describe the trophozoite in terms of the motility. This is capable of falling leaf. Falling leaf okay, that's our falling leaf motility. So we describe this one as old man. Okay, so we have here the characteristics. Okay, we describe the trophozoite here as the old man with eyeglasses, old man with the whiskers, and smiling face with a prominent eyes. Smiling pero hindi ka mag-smile pag na-infect ka nito. Okay, that's for the trophozoite. For the cyst, on the other hand, is ovoid. Okay, is ovoid the cyst would have your 2 to 4 nucleus. Still, makikita pa din natin ang kanyang axonym axostyle plus your parabasal body. And we describe this here as, okay, so if you try to add iodine, the cytoplasm try to retracts. That will give here characteristic na double wall appearance. Okay, the life cycle of your Dragelamblea. Okay, so the same life cycle as with our amoeba. So you start with ingestion of contaminated food and water. You get infected by the cyst. The cyst will go to your MES, go to your small intestine and undergo egg gestation. Then a trophozoite becoming trophozoites. Trophozoite try to, but then again, the trophozoite here most likely do not have an extraintestinal infection. It just infects your gastrointestinal tract. Then it tried to undergo encystation. Trophozoite becomes cyst in the large intestine, then it go out in your body. And then again, that one is contaminating the food and water. You get infected by ingestion of contaminated food and water. You get infected by the cyst. Okay, among our flagellates here, so your Dragelamblea considered to be the pathogenic. Okay, clinical manifestations. So the symptoms begin 1 to 3 weeks after exposure. The patient would have a watery, frothy diarrhea. Or the patient would have that watery, frothy diarrhea because of increased fats, undigested fats. The patient would also have malabsorption. Of that, the patient would have here watery diarrhea, frothy diarrhea because of increased fats, undigested fats. So you call it one steatorrhea. Madami kang digestive fats because your malabsorption syndrome because of the damage in the microvilli because your parasite try to invade your intestinal tract and try to damage the microvilli where this is the site of your reabsorption of the substances and eventually digestion process. So pag damage siya, hindi siya makapag-digest, and your fats remains undigested. And much of that will be passed out in your stool sample. It gives you a condition called as steatorrhea. And before, this being called also here as Linegrand course. Okay, those are the other term given to the disease before. Okay, diagnosis, we have the string test, also called your entero. Okay, your string test or your entero test or your string test, okay, this being made here or done by having a string attached to that, your string. So, dito sa end niya, meron kang gelatin capsule. Just let the patient ingest that one. This will go to the gastrointestinal tract, and all you need to do here is just to fish the trophocyte on that. Then after several hours, tatanggalin mo ito, then try to examine this one under the microscope for the presence of the trophocyte. Then we have also real-time PCR. So this molecular diagnostic test. This is a very specific and sensitive test for any organisms, not only for your Dragelamblea. For the treatment, same treatment with our amoeba, metronidazole, okay, triam, and all. Prevention control, same lang din. So, drink safe and clean water. For the next one, we have here your Chylomastix mesnelli. Chylomastix mesnelli here would have the trophozoite, and we have also here the C stage. The trophozoite will also be rounded anterior, tapered posterior. Okay, rounded anterior, taper posterior with one nucleus. And then, meron siya dito, nag-divide sa body niya. This is the spiral grooves. Okay, the spiral grooves here divide the body of Chylomastix into two unequal parts. Hindi siya katulad ng axoneme or axostyle in your jejunum blea na it will divide the body into equal parts. The spiral grooves will divide the body in unequal parts. Then we have here, lahat dito, ang kanyang flagella is all in the anterior. Okay, so there are 4 flagella all in anterior. In terms of the motility, this is capable of spiral, okay, motility, figure of 8. Spiral, figure of 8, corkscrew motility. Okay, the Cs on the other hand is, okay, one nucleus with a nipple-like. It's a lemon shape with a nipple-like projection. And we'll also have here fibrils present. Okay, the fibrils, so ito tinatawag natin lemon-shaped cyst. Okay, the lemon-shaped cyst here is in your chylomasic mesnelli. The fibril could be arranged as, pwede siyang assume the following. The cyst here could assume the following description. You could assume here shepherd's crook, could also be curled hair, could also have the safety pin appearance. Okay, this is the lemon-shaped cyst natin. Okay, the next one, we have here the Dientamoeba fragilis. So, it's fragilis because this one is, actually hindi siya fragile because this one is difficult for you then to destroy this amoeba. Dapat na nasa ano ito, nasa amoeba natin na discussion. Dientamoeba because ang stage nito is only the trophozoite, wala siyang cyst stage. Plus, the trophozoite would have 2 nucleus. Kaya tinawag siyang Dientamoeba. For the description of your Dientamoeba fragilis, so basically that one will have here the caryosome, usually arranged in 4. Pag arranged in 4, you call that one as the tetrad. Okay, the caryosome will be arranged in 4. Could be the form here, the tetrad. Pag more than 4, okay, pag more than 4, it assume here a rosette formation. For its pseudopodia, the pseudopodia is described as finger-like, okay, blade-like, okay, then also star-like. For the pseudopodia, star-like, or you call that one as your stellate arrangement. So again, this one would only have the trophozoite stage, wala siya ding cyst stage. Okay, next we have your Enteromonas hominis. Enteromonas hominis, okay, this one we have here the trophozoite stage. We have here the rounded anterior, taper posterior, 1 nucleus, plus this one capable of jerky motility, and would have here 4 flagella, all in anterior. The cyst, on the other hand, of your Enteromonas hominis is quadrinucleated, so there are 4 nucleus of that. And we have here Retortamonas intestinalis. Retortamonas, hindi siya Retormonas. Retortamonas intestinalis. This one will also have here the trophozoite as cyst stage. The trophozoite of this one will have here 1 nucleus with only 2 flagella. And will also capable of jerky motility then. The cyst, on the other hand, with only 1 nucleus. 1 nucleus siya, meron siyang 2 fibrils. And these 2 fibrils try to fuse to form here, okay, the 2 fibrils here try to fuse to form here a bird beak appearance. Okay, this is your Retortamonas intestinalis. Like your Enteromonas hominis, Retortamonas intestinalis would have the absence also of your undulating membrane. Wala itong undulating membrane. Okay, so Okay, the next we have here the Trichomonas or Trichomonas. There are three species of your Trichomonas. We have your hominis, tenax, and your vaginalis. So this is all would have the presence of the costa, and they are capable of jerky tumbling motility, and there is no cross infection with this. Pag sinabing no cross infection, like Trichomonas hominis, makikita natin siya intestinal tract natin. Tenax is nasa mouth natin, vaginalis is nasa vagina. There's no cross-contamination, mean to say, or no cross-infection, mean to say, pag vaginalis, hindi natin makita sa mouth or intestinal tract. Or hominis, hindi natin ito makikita sa vagina. There's no cross-contamination or infection. Okay. Okay, for the differentiation of the three species. Okay, so again, there's no cross-contamination here for in terms of the habitat, hominis found in your intestinal tract, tenax in your mouth, vaginalis in the vagina. Size, ang pinakamalaki would be the vaginalis, pinakamaliit would be your tenax. Next one, we have your undulating membrane. Undulating membrane, this serve as one also of their flagella-like. Most likely, undulating membrane is being compared with the costa. So pag hominis is the undulating membrane is as long as a costa kung pareho sila ng length ng costa. So for your tenax, on the other hand, 2/3 of the costa ang kanyang undulating membrane. And 1/2 ng kanyang costa ang undulating membrane if you have your vaginalis. Then siderophile granules inclusion body could only be found in the vaginalis. For the specimen, tenax or mouth scrapings, then you could have your vaginalis, could have your urine, you could have your prostate secretion, vaginal secretion, could also have that. And for hominis, so we are using stool sample. All of them are capable of jerky, tumbling, motility. All of them would have your flagella, approximately 1 to 4 na flagella. Could have your 4 to 6, for example, in your vaginalis, but usually 4, average of 4. And all are in anterior side. Okay, now we have here Trichomonas vaginalis. So Trichomonas vaginalis, we have here the following manifestation of Trichomonas vaginalis infection. Okay, we have here the infection Trichomonas vaginalis for the female. So we have here vaginitis, urethritis, with a painful urination, burning sensation, with a whitish discharge, may nana na lumalabas. And we have also here the strawberry cervix, mapula na cervix, because of the inflammation. For the male, urethritis, most likely that one is asymptomatic a male, and therefore, that's the reason why na mahirap siya i-prevent is because sometimes with your sex partner, you would consider that one na parang healthy siya, wala siyang nararamdaman, especially for the male, but then again, infected na siya. And therefore, nagkakaroon na infection because of that. Okay, usually Trichomonas vaginalis infection occur because of the disruption in normal vaginal pH. Normal pH is for this one. The normal vaginal pH is 3.8 to 4.4, is slightly acidic. Kung magiging alkaline ang pH ng vagina, so it try to become prone here to the infection. So you could, for the treatment, you could have here vinegar dose. So 1 ml of vinegar, then 100 ml of water. Okay, that will help here relieve the burning sensation. Okay, we have with the mode of transmission, non-venereal, non-sexual, or could also have the sexual. Non-venereal here, like non-sexual, so you could have acquired that one through communal bathing or sharing of those, or even you try to urinate in the infected toilet. Also, non-venereal is also by vertical transmission if the mother is infected by this one. So during birth, it could also infect the baby. And venereal, sexual contact, of course. For the specimen, so you could have that culture identification with a different specimen and culture medium for that. Wait, kindly change. Yung kanina sa acanthamiba natin, those are the culture media for your Trichomonas. Ang culture media natin sa Acanthamoeba, okay, this is the culture medium for your Acanthamoeba. Ang nakasulat dun kanina sa culture media with our Acanthamoeba, those are culture media of your Trichomonas. Okay? So, okay, that's the end of this topic.